This is the idea of sensitivity report. I believe assignment number 7 was about a sensitivity. It was a very good question. This is also a question from the sample final. I'll go over it. This is a company, they make their variables form, meaning that they make 4 different products. The ergo arm, disc tray, keyboard, the adjustable trays. And they tell you in the question that they're trying to maximize profit. So once you know that it's a profit, then this would be profit, objective coefficient would be profit per unit. And all of this would be dollar value. And it's usually a profit question. It could be cost, so this would be cost per unit. And all of these would be dollar value. You'll notice that if you look at the actual questions, my numbers are a little bit different because I'm rounding the numbers to do 2 decimal places. So it doesn't matter. I'm not using the exact numbers, but it's the same concept. Now, we know it's a maximum profit. There are 4 different products. This is the profit per unit for each. So 14 for the first one, 15 for the desk, 12 for the keyboard, and 6 for the adjustable. First question, how many should they actually produce? When you get this question of how many they should produce, you look at the variables, you look at the final value. So you say in A, need to produce 0 ergo arms, 757.9 desks, 47.4 keyboards, and 300 adjustables. And in the exam, don't try and round them up or down, just use this even if it doesn't make sense. So final value is how many they should produce. In the B question, well, after you decide that this is how many they should produce, can you figure out how much money they can generate? What's their maximum profit? Yes, we can. Max profit, if you're producing 0, I'll take the 0 times whatever the profit per unit is for the first one. They're doing this for the second one times whatever the profit per unit is. They do 47 for the next one, $12 profit, and they do 300 with $6 profit. I'll do the math quickly. So if you do this times 12, 300 times 6, they can make a profit of 13,737 and about 30 cents. So I'll put this number down here. That's their maximum profit. You might actually need to look at it later. Okay. So again, when they ask how many of each product they should produce, you look at the final value and they say, what's the maximum profit? You go this times whatever the profit per unit, objective coefficient, this times this plus this times this, all the way down. Question C. If you can increase the profit per unit by $2, would this trigger a change in your solution? For which items would you trigger a solution? So meaning, if you increase this by $2, make it $16, would you produce more of this? Less of something else? If you increase this to $17, would you produce more of this? If you increase this to $14, would you produce more of this? Now, look at the allowable increase here. You can increase this by 4.90 cents, nothing happens. You can increase it to 19 and nothing happens. Here, you have something to talk about. If you increase the 12 more than $1.3, you should produce more of this. So that means that keyboard production will change if we increase profit by $2. So again, here you can increase by 4.9, nothing in production changes. Here you can increase it $4.20, nothing happens. Fourth one, you can increase this by $2.50, nothing happens. This one, because we're going above the allowable increase. If you increase it by $2, that's beyond allowable increase, then yeah, production here will change. Okay, so we look at the D question now. In the D question, the first product is not being made, but it's the product that they best known for. How much profit would they lose if they make one of them? So you see, they figured that this product is not good for them in terms of profit, because the other three give them more profit. But that's why in the final solution we're making 0. So they tell you now, if you have to do it, that's not good for business. So if you have to do it, how much would you lose? There's something called reduced cost. Excel always calls it reduced cost. It's reduction. Anytime you make any of this product, you will lose $4.90. You'll see there is only going to be a minus number next to the product with the final value 0. So you say for every Argo arm produced, they would lose $4.90. The E question, output is limited by the amount of time available for various activities. How much would you be willing to pay for additional time, and how much time would you be willing to buy for this? Cutting time, finishing time, assembly. Okay, so now they're talking about the constraints. That's part E. I'm going to discuss cutting time. Now, are you willing to pay anything to get more cutting time? If they ask you this question of how much you're willing to pay, look at the shadow price. Shadow price is 0. So there is no benefit for me from getting more of this. So I'll say not willing to pay anything. If I look at, they also want you to look at finishing, second one. Let's look at finishing. Finishing, shadow price is 0.3, about 32 cents. Yes, I'm willing to pay anything less than $32 cents. So this is shadow price. Consider this your benefit. So from getting finishing, each finishing hour I get, it would be about 32 cents benefit for me. So if this will benefit me 32 cents, I'm willing to pay anything less than 32 cents. Let's look at assembly. Shadow price, $1.10. So for assembly, I'll just erase this. For assembly, I'm willing to pay anything less than $1.10, because benefit is $1.10. Anything less, I'm willing to pay. The second part is for this that you're willing to pay for them. We say we're willing to pay for finishing an assembly. How many hours you willing to get? Well, allowable increase 200. For finishing, I'm willing to get 200 more. For assembly, I'm willing to get 600 more. They don't say in the question anywhere whether these numbers in minutes or hours, so I'm assuming hours. They don't really say, so unless we see something different, it doesn't matter really, whatever the unit is. So for the first one, finishing can handle 200 hours more. For assembly, can handle 600 hours more. Now we look at the next one, F. The customer who had ordered 300 adjustable trays are notified Sambro that they would like to reduce their order to 150. Production has not started, can adjust their plans accordingly. What will be the impact on total profit? So you see, this is called minimum adjustable trays. You're gonna lose 150. What's gonna happen if you lose 150? They wanna reduce it from 300 to 150. This is for F. First, loss of 100 for adjustable, for this one. Is that acceptable? You look for the allowable decrease. Yes, it's within allowable decrease. So now what's the impact? To measure impact, when they talk about constraints, to measure the impact, this is what you do. It's a loss of, 150. So you indicate a loss by a negative number times whatever the shadow price is, minus 253. So you do the math, it would be 379.5. So actually profit will go up. So this is more profit. Although you change the minimum, but it's beneficial for the company because they maybe can use this to produce something else more profitable. So anytime you ask the impact question with the constraints, you check to see if you're willing to handle this, and then you do whatever that is times shadow price. Like for example, if I tell you finishing, you can get 50 more. So if you get 50 more finishing, first of all, can you handle 50 more? Yes, you can handle 200 more. So you say 50 is okay. Impact would be plus 50 times whatever the shadow price is, so which is 32 cents, there is $16 more. If I tell you assembly. Assembly, you lose 1,000. No, you can't. So losing 1,000, you can't. You can only lose 110. Lose 100. If you lose 100, what's the impact? So you go, loss of 100 is acceptable. I can lose 112. Impact, minus 100 times whatever the shadow price is. So there will be a decrease in profit by $110. So there's one more question. They're considering making a new type of product, new keyboard. It would take 3 minutes, so that proves that all of these are in minutes now. So when I said hours, change it to minutes. It's not a big deal. So they're telling you in the last one that they're considering a new product. This product will require 3 minutes cutting, 15 minutes finishing, 10 assembly. Material cost $10. What's the direct cost for this product? The price would set to cover the cost plus profit. What would the profit be to make them more attractive? Okay, so let's look at the cost. To do this, you need 3 minutes cutting. So 3 cutting. This is part G. And cutting cost shadow price 0, so it's not going to affect the system. You need 15 finishing, and that's 32. You need 10 assembly, and that's $1.10. And material cost $10 plus the $10 cost of material. So you do the math for this, 15. Cost of this product is 25.8. So in order for this to be profitable, for them, if they want to consider making this product, must be sold for more than 25. So this is how much it will cost. In order for them to make money out of this product, they need to sell it for more than 25.8. This is a good review, but I still encourage you to look at the all the assignments after the midterm, and make sure that you understand all types of LP models, plus the feasible region question, plus the sensitivity. If you can write them all down in front of you and name each type, and before you do your final exam, and do them by comparison. So if you see a question, LP models, scheduling or staffing, look at the scheduling staffing question and do it by comparison. It will be the same concept, same idea, different numbers. And there's nothing else to add here, and good luck everyone.